you with Curt Henning towards late in your career. Did you know Curt had a major drug problem, or did he have a major drug problem? And do you feel guilty at any point that maybe you could have stopped him? Because you seem like you've lived a pretty straight and directed life,
Well, I mean, I knew Curt liked pills, and while I was around him, with the West Texas Rednecks, he and Bobby would travel together, and they would get zoned out of their minds. But never when he was working. He was never messed up when he was working. It was just always afterwards, and I don't know why. I spent a lot of time with Curt and talked to him about it. I guess his wife had been injured, and she was on pain medication, and he was too, and it was just a bad mix.
When did you get the news that he passed away?
I found out that day. I'm trying to think who called. I think Bill Alfonso called me and told me. But yeah, it was just a bad deal. I mean, I've lost a lot of my close friends. Mike Graham.
A lot of people don't talk about Mike Graham a lot. Mike, from a fan's perspective, seemed like he was okay. From what I understand, his father committed suicide, and then Mike committed suicide. Did you know Mike had problems, or?
Well, when Mike's father, Eddie, committed suicide.
And by the way, I'm not making light of this at all. Billy Jack Haynes was in here, and Billy Jack claims that Vince killed Eddie Graham to take over his territory. Just throwing that out there. And let's talk about Mike and Eddie, and then maybe you could talk about Billy Jack.
Well, Eddie killed himself, and Mike took it really hard. I mean, it was his dad, and he really idolized his father. But then his son killed himself. About a year, or it may have been 2 years before he did. And the day his son killed himself, his girlfriend called me and told me that Mike was a wreck. And I talked to him, and every time that I talked to him after his son killed himself, he asked me to bring him a gun. And I told him, I said, I'm not going to bring you a gun. He said, where's your gun? Let me in your car. I know you got a gun on your seat. And I wouldn't carry my gun when I was around him for that purpose, because he was so set on it. But the night that he killed himself, his girlfriend, or his wife, then told me that they'd been out on Bike Week in Daytona in October, the October Bike Week, and they'd been out on the main street, and they went back to their condo or their house where they were staying. And Mike laid down on the couch and said that he'd be out in a minute, and that for her to go on. And when she got to the bottom of the stairs, she heard the shot. He wasn't himself the last couple of years after his son died. And yeah, I was just such close friends with him. It was just I was really, really pissed off at him for probably 4 or 5 years for killing himself. You just can't believe that when somebody does that.
If you could do it all over